Hello everybody. So I left Australia. I left Australia for probably a very long time. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for me to come back to Australia. I'm not sure. But um I kind of alluded to it here on the channel, but I didn't really explain what I was doing all these years. Since the lockdowns, what I started doing was I started my online business, coaching men, legit changing men's lives, and because I came from a bit of a broken up family. I had an awful mother. My father abandoned me. My mother was a terrible mother. Started out in the ghetto. Basically raised myself and battled. So I make a good kind of consultant for men, and so I started that up during the lockdowns because I realized how much of a dictatorship, totalitarian nightmare Australia was becoming. So what I did was I started making money online, stacking a bit of cash, preparing, and a few years later, stacked enough money to eventually leave. A lot of those videos during the lockdowns, that was kind of the last straw for me. And actually, no, the last straw, the straw that broke the camel's back, is basically the when my grandmother's apartment, my father's or my inheritance was stolen from me from his ex-wife. This piece of fucking shit she is. That was the last straw. I tried to fight it a little bit, but I realized that when you live in the Soviet Union, totalitarian nightmare of a country Australia is, there's very little you can do. You can fight back to an extent. You can make it a little bit annoying for them, but there's only so much you can do when you live in such an awful Orwellian nightmare of a country. And if you don't like your country, especially as a man, you only really have one choice, and that's to leave. And so I got myself a long-term visa here. Who knows how long I could be gone for. At the moment, I can't see myself returning back to Australia within the next 3 years. So leave a few comments. Let me know what you guys think what type of content I should be doing while I'm away. Should I be still reporting on Australia from away over here? I was thinking I could, for the first time in a decade, it's not selling out either, tell my story on how I prepared to leave and I got out of Australia, and maybe take consulting calls from people that especially men, Australian men, that would like to do the same and try to figure out how to get out, and where to go. The country I chose is based on my geopolitical analysis, by the way. I think that this country is moving forward economically, one of the best and brightest countries moving forward. That's where I am. Also, I'm in a beautiful apartment, and it's dirt cheap. It's basically free when you compare the prices to Australia. I can stay here and not work for possibly the next decade. I'm not even joking. But I will be making videos. I might monetize the channel. I'm definitely not going to vlog from here or promote this place, but I might tell my story and do like consulting calls maybe to help men that want to get out of Australia, because Australia is heading the wrong path. It's heading down a bad path. So this place that I'm in right now, I'm on a rooftop. This is a beautiful rooftop. I have almost 360 degree view. There's a pool down there. There's a pool down there. I think this view is, this sunset is worth filming. It's good timing. So, the market. Let's get into the market. So we've had the FOMC meeting. They dropped a full 0.5%, which was great. We've had the Europeans drop rates multiple times. We even had the Japanese do the opposite. The Japanese are what do they call it? The yen carry trade they talked about. I think that did a bit of damage to the Australian dollar, by the way. If you have a look at the moment that kicked in, the Australian dollar is not looking too bright at the moment. And now we've got China dropping 0.5%, and the CCP came out and they said that they are willing to do whatever it takes to stimulate their economy. And China has the most craziest gamblers the world has ever seen, and they are now going to be pumped full of liquidity. I dare say a lot of money is going to go into crypto from the Chinese moving forward. So this is a great time for me to get out of the country. Hopefully we get a massive pump. I could probably just live here for the rest of my damn life. And not go back to that Orwellian Soviet Union nightmare in Australia. Maybe I could make videos from abroad complaining about Australia. It might help you guys back there. I'm not sure if it would be good for my mental health, dwelling on that. I can complain about it and maybe make, take consulting calls from guys that want to do the same thing that I just did. I burnt the boats, by the way. I burnt the boats. I told the electoral roll that I am not voting anymore. I cancelled all subscriptions and bills and everything. Cancelled my private health insurance and then just gone on a one-way ticket out of Australia. So I look forward to a lot more updates from here, and I'm going to be watching the market very closely. Hopefully we get this pump that we need over the next 12 months. We're getting a massive load of liquidity hitting China, the United States. All the gamblers are back, baby, and hopefully they all start throwing it into crypto like lunatics, and we can benefit from it by getting in early. I would appreciate some suggestions from you guys on what type of content I should be pumping out publicly. I might pump out some. I'm still thinking about it, but I'll have to monetize it now. I would like to have Australians reach out to me and pay for consulting calls, and I'll advise them on how I did it, because I got to tell you, it's not that easy. What I managed to do wasn't easy. I had to figure out how to build websites, I had to write a book, I had to build an email list, I had to build a whole new social media empire. It wasn't easy, but I managed to do it, and I'm sure other people can replicate it. I'm sure I could teach other people to replicate it. I've also got a client from the United States that's come out here to visit me. Kind of a social media celebrity manager. A friend of mine is going to fly out and visit me too. I've got a few other clients that are going to come out here and visit me as well. So, and it's only I haven't been here very long, but I'm already starting to feel all of the stress of being in Australia just like dissipate. and I'm feeling a lot more relaxed. And yeah, I think part of the problem is I think I would hold the weight of Australia's problems on my shoulders because it's my country and I felt like it is my country. But I think there comes a point where your country becomes a nightmare, Orwellian, totalitarian, Soviet Union style nightmare, that you have to realize it's not your country anymore and you need to go. And I think that's what happens to men when you look at the geopolitical situation in most countries worldwide. What often happens is you start to wonder why were some of these powerful countries taken over? I think it was because they mistreated the men, and then the fittest rats jumped ship first. And I know a lot of men that are getting out of Australia right now. They're getting out of the UK, Canada, the United States, and they come into places like what I'm doing right now, and their lives change overnight. They don't realize that they never really needed that much money. They just needed to plan it properly, negotiate, figure out the right way to do things. But anyway, I'll be updating you guys more often here because I'm starting to settle in. And yeah, let me know what you think I should do. I'm definitely not going to be vlogging here. I don't want to promote where I'm at. I'll promote it to people who pay me for consulting calls because I'll be able to add a lot of value that way, but I don't want the general public just getting on a flight and coming here. This is a hidden secret of a country and I don't want anyone knowing about it. I had to do a lot of research to decide that this was the place to go. And I got a long-term visa and I think I'm set up enough to probably stay here a very long time. So I'll speak to you guys in the comments.